Root Riders are likely, and hey, I'm just so good at predicting. How did I manage to guess that we're going to see those Root Riders?
Oh yes, Root Riders and Valkyries. It is very efficient at getting quick 3 stars, and that is what they're trying to do here with the Root Riders. We've got a skeleton spells up to the top side, distracting that monolith, sending the Warden. The Root Riders Headhunters up at the top and finding a few spring traps as the King is placed on the left, followed by the Queen, as well as the jump spell is going to allow the King to continue into the multi.
Yeah, this base yesterday has defended. So the question is, can they defend the Root Riders again? I think it should be a 97% 2-star. That's what the result yesterday was for this base versus Root Riders, actually. But is it going to stop Simon with his approach, which is completely different to what we have seen yesterday? The healer puppet is getting utilized on that Queen, while the core is just so much damage for the Root Riders. The Townhall has to finally drop down now.
Yeah, as the tower goes down, the Root Riders are continuing to push their way through the freeze on the left side as more Super Barbarians are coming into the bottom side just past that 1 minute mark. Super Minions from that Siege Barracks continuing to push his way through, taking out the ground. Expo barely has just a little bit of health as a world champion needs to make her way over to help finish it off. We may see again of using some bunch of Yetis, log launchers, who knows? All depends on the base designs, as we're seeing Pato go in with the Root Riders Valkyries as well and attacking from the right side corner.
Yeah, the interesting thing defensive-wise on this base is that it's not using any poison towers. We have seen a lot of teams opting into that poison tower to make sure that there is slowdown versus those Root Riders, but this base is all about the Rage Tower. Take a look at that. The Townhall should get raged up. All 3 Inferno Towers, the new merged cannon, everything is going to be raged up, and that's going to be a lot of damage as soon as that Rage Tower is going to trigger.
Yeah, as the Warden did burn the ability already, he does still have the King and Queen abilities, but he's going to have to deal with these Ice Golems as the Valkyries may just lock onto him, or even that Poison Lizard as the Townhall goes invisible. Continuing his way through, the Townhall should come back now, but the Townhall is not going down, and these Ice Golems are right in the way of the World Champion.
And that's what I just said. The Rage Tower, even though he froze those defenses, oh no, the Root Riders were just disappearing, and the Townhall is left standing. The Queen is still there to finish off the job, hopefully, to get that Townhall out of the way. And I think the rest of the base should fall shortly, but the time is going to be the deciding factor, because there is going to be storage at the top side out of range of that Queen.
Yeah, those storages are going to take a lot of time for this Queen to help get up to the top side there, with her beating through not only one wall, but she's have to go through another set of walls to grab the top side storage. If that one archer doesn't take it down in too much time, the Queen will be able to have plenty of time here just to walk right through these walls, but time is ticking, and this one can make all the difference. Where we saw a match yesterday where Millicene and Kingsman unfortunately did get above a 2-minute triple, and that cost him the war because of time.
Yeah, that is always the option on the highest level in this competition, and this is for sure what those two teams are. The Archer, it's trying his best to take down the storage at the top so that the Queen can reach that other Elixir storage, but I think that will be still some time for the Queen to get through the wall.
Yeah, Queen's gonna have to get through this wall with that Archer. Too bad it wasn't like a wizard or something over there to be able to help take that down, but it's just 2.5 minute attack here. Definitely taking its time. And now, what is that going to do for Synchronic? Are they going to be having a different mindset coming into their second attack, because they know that time now is completely on their side? See, Einstein now coming in with the Root Riders and Valkyries. We do have a healer puppet on the Queen, which we're seeing quite a bit, as well as the Hog Rider puppet on the Royal Champion. So 18 Super Barbarians able to be used on the outside to really help with cleanup towards the end of the attack, as the King is down with that Queen. Send some funnels. Gonna push this King and Queen into the left. Root Riders down to the bottom side, as we're gonna now send a jump spell. Ooh, is the King gonna take the jump spell in towards that single target Inferno?
I think he does indeed. The King is jumping into that compartment where we have the Root Riders going right into form this bottom side, but there's a triple single Inferno Tower setup. So as long as he's not distracting those, it could get messy, but exactly that has been done. The skeleton spells out there to distract those Inferno Towers, and this means they're not getting any damage out onto those Root Riders.
Yeah, that Town Hall is surrounded by the walls right in the core of this base. And these Ice Golems are going to be quite annoying as he continues to try to push his way through. The Queen is going right through the wall with that King's assistance. Pops the Queen ability. She's going to be able to reach over, grab the Town Hall here as the Royal Champion did burn her ability, and he's continuing to move right through the top side.
Ooh, but wait a second, there's still quite a bit of defenses left at the top side, right? The Super Minions have to clear that out. Right now, with their defense going down, that should be the case. Or are there any other traps? The Wizard Tower is left standing. The Queen is stuck on those Ice Golems. The Fox actually survived while the Royal Champion went down. So the Fox is now on her own, trying to actually take down the remaining defenses and buildings.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take it down, but, you know, give it a little bit of time back to free agents as the Super Minions are going to go for this storage and help to get that 3-star, but you never know when it comes down to time here. As another 3-star coming in for Synchronic.
Another base here, and this time around, though, it's going to be the double poison tower, but this base... it's not... oh, this kind of hurt my eyes. It's not really symmetrical. It's like something in between. This one wall in the middle of the base is looking really strange.
Yeah, it's just a little bit off there, but, you know, that's the design, to make it a little annoying to attack, and you never know. It could cause that fail. All you need is one fail, and that's going to greatly help your chances of getting a victory at this stage of the competition, as we have heroes placed at the bottom side, while the Siege Barracks and P.E.K.K.A. are trying to path their way straight into that Ground Expo to the top, with the Warden, Root Riders, and Velks off to the left.
Yeah, the Barbarian King is going to use the ability really soon to get that protection, but it's kind of late. He still get that freeze done, so the King is going to get some more protection from the spell usage, but this means one spell is down and cannot be used for any other purposes.
Yeah, as the Warden ability goes off, does freeze the Eagle, but the Town Hall stays unfrozen, so he decides to now freeze up the Town Hall and that Scatter Shot as he's continuing right through the core. The Queen does have access to the bottom side as the wall is open, since he was able to wall break that as he now passed through with a Town Hall Poison. Does decide to make the Root Riders invisible a little bit, which also helps to protect the Royal Champion as she still has her ability.
She has the ability, indeed, the Royal Champion as well, but the troops are slowly getting taken care of. There are the Hog Riders now from that Royal Champion equipment. The Queen, though, is still untouched, and the Hogs are giving a great tanking opportunity to that Royal Champion, and she should be able to finish off the job again. It is going to be that 3-star, but it's again over the 1 minute 30-second mark, which could be crucial moving forward in this match. Yeah, especially with the overgrowth spell, which some teams like to use a lot, but so far has not been used really in this match. And again, we do not see it in this attack either. General X is ready to attack this base with a lot of Super Barbarians, but as well a great mix between Valkyries and those Root Riders, which have been so powerful in this tournament.
Yeah, with an Ice Golem right on the outside, freezing everything up, getting through the enemy Queen and the defensive King. We even had the Royal Champion over there, all the heroes defending that Town Hall, as his King is looking to help secure it, with the Root Riders and Vel coming on the complete opposite side as the King ability goes off, and the Queen's going to walk her way right to the bottom.
Yeah, she's staying on the outside, making sure those outside buildings are going down and getting taken care of. He even has a wall break to get that Queen into the Expo range to take that out. And as all of this is happening, we have the Root Riders then from the top side going in. And we can see as well why people are putting their Lizards onto the Warden to deal with those Clank out the troops. The Lizard now dealing with those Lava Pups, so they have no chance of dealing any damage. And that is a great showcase of why really the pros are using this current pet combination on pretty much every Root Rider attack they're doing.
And with a freeze on the Ricochet Cannon and Ground Expo, decides to also freeze up that Scatter Shot, continuing to move on through, taking out this bottom side. One final freeze to keep as many troops alive as possible to help with the damage output. And there it is, another freeze, taking it down for a 3-star here.
Instead, they're going back to the Rage Towers, and that's a lot of damage, but Banal is staying with those dragons. And now the question is, how good can they handle all of this damage of the Rage Towers, because they are still incredibly strong.
Yeah, with 10 dragons here, We saw them going with triple clones and dragons yesterday, but the difference was those were going up against the bases with double invis spells, and they ended up using giant arrows. Very unique combinations here, as we're seeing now the dragons going in from the top side, as he's just going to go with a bunch of freezes that help really freeze up the whole core section, while the Warrior Turtle Tome can help protect these dragons.
Yeah, the Turtle Tome ability has been used to push even quicker into the core and without any damage on those dragons. The rage towers are going off, but right now they're not doing anything. Now he has to use those freezes. Not sure why the cannon has been frozen, since it's only targeting ground, but he's now using the freeze onto the scatter and the multi-archer tower, the back end. Super Barbarians to speed things up even faster. Oh, wait a second, there's still some defenses left in the core with the sweeper covering them as well.
Yeah, but the Royal Champion's going to be able to continue to run through the bottom side, making our way back to that scatter shot. The Dragons were able to help come towards the scatter now and taking it down, and Bernal indeed is getting a 3-star here for free agents. But the time, that is always in the back of your mind.
As well, secures a quick one if he wants to keep his team in the lead. And it's going to be the Electro Dragons with that next attack and some really sneaky minions to get that first defense already out of the way.
Oh, taking out that double cannon with the E-Dragons coming on down to the left side. More balloons with that Warden. Queen and King are already placed. There's an early Warden ability. The double rage looking to help rage up these E-Drag chains as he continues to push into the core. As he freezes up that Eagle, also clips one of the sweepers. But we do have the double poison in the core as he goes with a Stone Slammer here to fly on in.
Yeah, the Stone Slammer, a great addition just in power. Keep freezing those sweepers. Going against those sweepers is really a tough call. But so far, his spell management was incredible. Townhall going down, and the Eagle on top of that as well. This is looking really good as long as he can overpower that back end.
Yeah, look at these E-Dragons at the bottom side, moving on through. Even has the Royal Champion coming in from the top, going to be able to burn her ability. Probably with the Hogs, typically is what they like to use here to really try to help overwhelm these defenses, and indeed that's what he uses. As the RC is moving on through, Queen's ability goes off, and Philip is getting a very nice and quick triple here, adding to the score of Synchronic. They had a total of a 65-second total lead, and this is only going to look to try to help to add to that. In their mind, you know you have to be quick. So, does it change what you do? Meaning that you could end up failing because you're trying to be too quick. As he drops the Baby Dragon and Queen right away, as we go with a giant arrow to snipe some valuable sweepers. Fantastic value there from the Queen, so he doesn't have to end up using any freezes onto the sweepers to stop him from pushing back the dragons. As he goes in with the Blimp Warden ability, so he gets triple clone what comes out of this Blimp.
Oh, the tomato trap though. The tomato trap is hitting that Golem. Oh. Is he going to still make it into the clone? And yes, there is the huge wave of loons getting cloned into the core. Oh, wait a second, Carbon. Both multi-archer towers stayed alive behind the Townhall, and the clone did get not much value, to be honest.
Yeah, they got the Townhall, which is definitely what you want down, but with those multi-archer towers still remaining, it's going to do a lot of damage on this Royal Champion that he now sent in towards that Ricochet Cannon. And hopefully that Spare Fox can stay alive, as the Royal Champion got pulled a little bit to the ground, Skellies. Her ability is Force. Eagle Artillery locks onto some of the Hogs as the RC is working through the multi-archer tower now.
Yeah, right now, asking myself, is that right now the strategy they prefer with the Masked Dragons? Or maybe is it because, I don't know, they didn't really see the entry point for the Root Riders? Because right now, this is not looking good, Carbon. Loop might get not that 3-star, which was needed so badly from free agents to get pressure on the Synchronic side. And he is falling short. He tried to go quick, but this is backfiring quite a bit right now.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to get a 3-star here, which now Synchronic know that all they have to do is get a 2-star and above whatever this finishes off at in terms of percentage-wise, which it looks like it's going to be about a 92% here for Loop.
And now it's back to Synchronic, back to the Root Riders, but we have again the Poison Towers, and yes, they're slowing down the Root Riders, but it does not really add that much damage output to the village overall and to the defenses.
Yeah, especially when you can use that Warden Eternal Tome to help negate any of the damage, plus the healing them back on up. You just push through that poison, and then it doesn't really affect you after that, as the King can burn his ability to eventually get into that single as he drops 2 skeleton spells to provide the nice distraction, which also pulls the poison spell so it doesn't slow that King down.
Yeah, the King so far, though, is getting incredible value. Those jump spell approaches of Synchronic so far has been insane. And if you're playing Root Riders as well yourself, that's for sure something you want to maybe pick up to improve your attacks and your triple rate even further, because those jump approaches with the Barbarian King are really, really strong. And that is showcased in a lot of those attacks of the pros so far, with the Root Riders slowly passing the Townhall. Poison in the back end, we have the Royal Champion, in addition to all of those P.E.K.K.A. from the Siege Barracks, slowly making their way through the back end.
Yeah, with that Queen continuing from the bottom, a lot of Super Barbs coming around. He's racking up the percentage and looking to even 3-star to get a perfect war for Synchronic, as he's burned all abilities. He can't do anything at this point and just sit back and watch his troops finish off Leo's base for a perfect war. 15 stars for Synchronic, which means they will be advancing in the lower bracket here and winning this match. So that is the tournament. This is the one that you want to win here today, so that you can get invited to the World Championship later at the end of this year. Celino is coming in with the Root Riders and Envelopes, and he is using the Overgrowth. So this is the first time today that we're seeing it here in this match, with the Overgrowth spell to be able to use to get some nice value to help stall up and freeze things, make things invisible, so that you can continue in that, prevent that damage from hitting your troops.
Is he going to use that on the Rage Tower in the core? Because it seems like that would be getting quite a lot of value. Or is there another place where he would like to get that spell getting used? The Rage Tower going off? No, that is really, really smart. Using the Overgrowth after the Rage Tower is getting triggered to completely make this Bed Tower useless.
Yeah, great idea there. So that spell is going to absolutely disappear, so it won't be raging up the core anymore, as they will come back around to then deal with the middle of the base, as he still has the Queen ability and Royal Champion with another 2 freezes and a rage of his own. And there it is. Now he can target the core, as the Warden is there with the Queen to be able to help take that down, as he needs to move his way to the top side. It's looking good for his heroes to finish off the remaining defenses.
Yeah, he has another freeze to make sure that this Royal Champion, with all of the Hog Riders now, is staying safe. The haste is really... Oh my... Well, those healers from the Healer Puppet did not get that much value, but at least he got all the Black Mines for us triggered if you want to copy the base. I mean...